Hi, my name is Adeoya Bodri. My friends call me David and it's Eureka. On career engineering today, we're talking about the third P, powering your career. The third main P is a game of powering your career. Here's the beautiful thing, it's your career. You are the one that is moving in your career. Really, what is the meaning of the word career? It's actually a course, a flow. The word career has within it the definition of a flow or a direction or a movement, but that movement requires some power, and that power will come by you. Traditional physics defines power as force multiplied by displacement over a period of time. This is delta, which is a change in time. This is saying force multiplied by displacement if the time is time 1 minus time 2. This is just mathematical representation of what power is. So this is the traditional formula of power from physics, mechanics precisely, and we're going to use that to try and determine how to have power in your career. So power works within a period of timing. If I consider time 1 to time 2, so for every time in your career, we should look at what is the reality of what happens month 1, month 2, month 3. There must be an interval of time. Then we know whether you have power in your career or not. A function of time. That's the first thing that you have to look at. Function of flow in time. You see, force is broken down into mass multiplied by acceleration, and D here is distance. The meaning of this is that your career must give distance. You must be meaningful. Grounds must be covered. So there must be the element of ground covered. This D is displacement in time. Displacement in time. That is a movement between point A and point B. So your career must have measurable intervals in time. The first element of having power in your career is that you must think about measurable progress in time. This means you must plan to have some milestones in the future and gradually begin to measure how much you are doing in terms of displacement in time. Actually, this is also the formula for work done. This force times displacement is also the formula for work done. In other words, your career must do work in time. This is also having work over time. Your career must also lead to progress or work done in time. So your career must aim for it to be powerful. Work must be done. Let me put it this way. Work is the only place that power is gathered from. If there is no work, power is not released. I'll put it again this way. That you don't learn swimming or progress in your career as a swimmer until you are swimming. That is when the power in your muscles and your nerves are released as a swimmer. So how do you power your career? Do it. That's the first lesson. Do it. Do work in time. Convert the 10-hour day into the 10-hour work day. Convert every 5-hour block you have into a period of work. When you do this, what happens in time is that power is released. Power is a type of performance. You can be a 10,000 cylinder engine or you can be a 50,000 cylinder engine. What the difference is how much work you have done in time between or within that period. That is what makes you a higher powered machine. So what is the kind of work you will put into your career in time is how you gain capability. This is how you become a high powered machine. That is the first principle. Measurable progress in time is the first thing we said. The second principle, or the first real principle of power in career, is that you put work into time, and that is it. So I go to a third principle, empowering your career, and that is the principle of the force. This F is the force. F itself is mass times acceleration. Force can be likened to a type of energy. It is scientifically the thing you bring, the internal personality or the entire rallying force that you bring. On the screen right now is scrolling the physics definition of force. And force contains two elements: the mass and its movement in time, acceleration. That is the mass, or the person moving, multiplied by how fast it is changing speed. The mass multiplied by how fast that mass is changing speed. Let me explain what mass is. Mass is the person, that is you. You are the lead powerer, or the lead powering machine that releases force or energy into your work. How hard are you stroking? How strong do you come to work? What is the energy that comes to work on the table with you? What is the internal disposition you have as a mass? Are you full mass, or you need somebody else to power you on a daily basis? Do you need a boss? Do you need a relationship? Do you need anything external to power you? You're not a complete mass. You must be a full M, one who is a self-starter, one with a lot of internal mass. You must be a complete mass, that is M, and you must be changing speed in time. If you did 10 hours yesterday, today you do 11 hours. If you do 10 acres yesterday, today you must do 11 hectares. If you do 25 pages as a writer yesterday, today you must do 26. There must be a rate of change in your movement in time. These are the principles that give power to your career. There must be continuous change in time, in the rate of movement. There must be the full mass that is moving. The two of these create the force that is required, multiplied by you displacing something over a period of time, and voila, power is generally released in short and simple mechanics terms. This is how machines power our lives. This is how machines move us forward. This is why you have a 10,000 kVA and supplies power at 10,000 kilovolt ampere, and you have another machine that is 50,000 kVA, or you can have something that is millions of kVA to power larger systems. So what capability you have in terms of power is the amount of work you can do in time. And again, it's counterintuitive. How do you release more power? Work harder, work longer, gain more mastery in time, and then more power is released for your career. This is the nitty-gritty of how to power your career, using and borrowing thinking from mechanics. Go power your career. See you tomorrow.